interest in it as well. I mean, so many people love this thing.
Jacob's character transforms in many different ways from Twilight to New Moon.
It's just, he's always been like that.
After the success of Twilight last year, New Moon, the latest film in the Stephenie Meyer's book series, is one of the most highly anticipated movies to be released this year. And before it hits the theater this coming November 20, Star Talk's very own Ricky Lo had the rare chance na maka-one-on-one ang mga bida ng pelikula, starting with Hollywood's hottest vampire, Robert Pattinson, who plays the role of Edward Cullen.
So, Robert, did you think that Twilight would use a worldwide hit?
I didn't at the time. I kind of, a few weeks before it came out, I suddenly started noticing things changing and how we were doing this publicity tour and thousands of people would turn up, and it was so unexpected. But I thought, well, there's definitely something going on here. And then when it came out, but I never expected it to be as big as it's become now at all.
Maging ang female lead ng New Moon na si Kristen ay hindi makapaniwala sa naging impact ng pelikula sa mga nakapanood nito.
Everybody's interest in it as well. I mean, so many people love this thing. We're all very thankful to have the massively enthused fan base that we have. It's like the ultimate driving force. And we all feel like we're part of that fan base, and so, thank you.
Kristen plays the role Bella Swan, the teenage girl who has fallen in love with the vampire, Edward Cullen.
Kristen, you're so convincing as Bella Swan. What aspects of Bella did you identify with? What qualities are you similar to or different from her?
Bella is a very self-possessed girl, while still being very, she's able to be self-deprecating, and she's very self-aware. I really appreciate that. I hope that I am as well. Like I like that about her, and I like the fact that she makes a lot of mistakes and doesn't really make excuses for them, because she's always coming from the right place in her heart, and when you do that, you really shouldn't be ashamed of anything.
Nagbabalik din ang character na si Jacob Black, played by actor Taylor Lautner. And this time, kakaibang Jacob daw ang ating makikita.
Hello Taylor, how did you prepare for the role? I read that you went into a special diet and a workout regime.
Yeah, I mean, Jacob's character transforms in many different ways from Twilight to New Moon. Obviously, he transforms physically, which required a lot of working out, hitting the gym, and, a very specific diet, which consists of eating a lot of foods, but the good foods, and very frequently, every 2 hours. But I think the most important part is Jacob transforms emotionally, and that's just a matter.
From human to reward.
Yeah, and he becomes a completely different person after he transforms. So that was a matter of just diving into the book and knowing the book and the character inside and out.
If you are werewolf in real life, would you fall for a human?
Well, that's a difficult question, because I wouldn't know myself, but I guess that could be a possibility.
Do you have an ideal girl?
What's that?
Ideal girl. You want a girl?
Somebody who can be themselves, not have any kind of walls, or just be themselves.
In the past year, how did Twilight change your life? How has your life changed after Twilight?
I mean, I've never worked for such a consistent period. I mean, doing films anyway. I mean, I've been working almost every day since middle of January on different films. It's just very strange to go from working very little to like working all the time. So it's a whole different lifestyle.
What has changed most is that I've been doing the most satisfying thing that I know how to do consistently for 2 years. And usually actors are always off work. Actors are always waiting to go back to work. So I think the biggest difference is that I've had a very concentrated period of think time, serious, just hard work.
Are you comfortable with the trappings of superstardom? What are the downside of being so hugely popular all over the world?
there are a lot more consequences to the choices you make when you're choosing jobs, and also the way you behave in public and stuff. I mean, when no one cares what you do, you can do whatever jobs you want, and you can go anywhere you want, do anything you want, and it's fine. It's not going to affect you in one way or the other. But now, you know, if you choose a certain part or go to a certain bar or anything, you're judged on it immediately afterwards. So, and it affects your future. And sometimes you have to explain yourself and stuff like that. So it can be complicated.
What qualities of Edward did you identify yourself with?
I always thought that was the most interesting part of the character to play, and it doesn't really happen that often with a kind of, well, I guess a kind of superhero type film. He's really self-loathing in a lot of ways, but that was interesting.
Yeah. One of your physical assets that make the role so interesting and so mysterious is your hair. How do you take care of your hair?
I've never been able to answer the question. I have no idea. It's just always been like that.
Because of the huge success of Twilight, everybody's expecting so much from you and the other members of the cast. Did you feel any pressure in making New Moon equal or surpass the record of Twilight?
Yeah, totally. You always, as an actor, like I was sort of talking about a second ago, feel responsible for your character, and then further than that, you're working for a lot of people that you respect, and so you don't want to let them down. And now on this, it's such a different. It's more of a pressure, but it's also it's very motivating because it's positive energy. I really believe in like energy is making things easier to do, and
I'm really thankful for the fans because we wouldn't be here right now filming New Moon in Vancouver if it wasn't for them. So I want to thank them for everything they're doing, and go see New Moon more than you saw Twilight so we can make some more. We had a great time making this movie, and we really think you're going to enjoy it, so come check it out.